A few years ago, in the before times, I wandered into this building and I heard just the beautiful, sweet, sad sounds of a blues guitar. And I was wondering if maybe Mississippi John Hurt had been resurrected. And I found out, no, it was Pete McDonough. Pete is a marvelous blues player. He's a sweet guy. He is truly a gentleman and a scholar and a folk project member. And I'm thrilled to turn the stage over to Pete McDonough.
Thank you, Jay, and thank you everyone for coming out here. So how many people are here for the first time tonight? Okay. How many people are not members of the Folk Project? It's cheap, it's easy, and it's a great thing to do. This is just a wonderful, wonderful organization, and becoming a member is a good thing to do. Thanks for coming out on Easter weekend, on Good Friday night. McDonough, I'm an Irish Catholic kid. So an Irish Catholic kid at a Unitarian Center on Good Friday is a spiritual high wire act. I gave up the key of A for Lent. Yeah, that's funny, but if you're a blues player, it's kind of tough. There's like a whole Robert Johnson thing there that you can't do. It's a great opportunity to meet Carol, by the way. I don't know where Carol is, but she is just a ball of energy and a great, great songwriter. I listened to her stuff in the office when nobody else was around, and was really taken by her songwriting, and I wish that I was a songwriter, and I'm not. I mean, I have some originals, but I'm not a songwriter. My songwriting is based on, can I find something that rhymes? She just comes up with these beautiful, beautiful, beautiful songs. So this is a song by one of my favorite songwriters, Fred Neil. Fred Neil, for those of you who don't know who he is off the top of your head, was the guy who wrote the theme to Midnight Cowboy. He used to hang out around Greenwich Village and was sort of there before Bob Dylan, and he ran Hootenannies at the Cafe Wa. And he did that for years, and he had some success. Again, he wrote the theme to Midnight Cowboy, which gave him enough money to go off and do kind of the things that he wanted to do in his life, and what he decided he wanted to do in his life was save the dolphins. And so he sort of gave up music-ish and went down to Key West or someplace like that and dedicated his life to saving the dolphins. But this is before he went down there. I spent the last of my last 10 cents on a nickel bag of candy. If I had me about 10 more cents, I think I'd take. You waltz in here with a handful of gimme, mouthful of much obliged. I stumbled home about a half after midnight, got tears flowing out of my eyes. I spent the last of my last 10 cents on a nickel bag of candy. If I had me about 10 more cents, I think I'd take a ride on the Staten Island ferry. Yeah, I said I spent the last of my last 10 cents on a nickel bag of candy. And if I had me about 10 more cents, I think I'd catch a ride on the Staten Island ferry. In here with a handful of gimme, mouthful of sweet loving lies. I go home, I'm feeling empty from all your signifying. I spent the last of my last 10 cents on a nickel bag of candy. If I had me about 10 more cents, I think I'd catch a ride on the Staten Island ferry. Handful of Gimmie by Fred Neil. Oh. Thank you. Thank you very much. I love that line. You waltzing here with a handful of gimme and a mouthful of much obliged. It's like, yeah. It's a cool line. I first think I heard that song. I might have heard Dave Van Rock do it, and sort of Greenwich Village Gang, and also he's the first person I heard do this next song, which mentions Baltimore. What a tragedy down in Baltimore, right? It's an amazing thing. It's watching the coverage on it, and I'm starting to get in touch with my age. Jay just had his 69th birthday, and I'm close to 69, but not as close as I'd like to be. And thank you. And sort of watching these, watching the coverage of that tragedy in Baltimore, is Pete Buttigieg was up, and the guy's doing a great job. But thinking of my age, I look at him, and every time I look at him, I wonder where he's going to go to college. It's like, holy smokes, I'm feeling all. But so there's a tune that's got Baltimore in it, and I think the time I actually first heard this on a Folkways record, and it was sung by a bunch of young girls from North Carolina. Schoolgirls, maybe 14, 16 years old. I go down to Baltimore, I need no carpet upon my floor. Come along, won't you come with me? Together we'll go to Galilee. Green, green, rocky road. There's a promenade in green. Oh, tell me, who do you love? Who do you love? See that crow up in the sky. He don't crow, Lord, and he don't fly. He can't walk, he can't run. Just a dark spot on the sun. Green, green, rocky road. There's a promenade in grain. Oh, tell me, who do you love? Who do you love? Little Susie running to the wall. Don't you stumble and don't you fall. Don't you holler and don't you shout. Just come running when I call out. singing green, green, rocky road. Lord, it's a promenading green. Oh, tell me, who do you love? Who do you love? Ooka dooka and a soda cracker. Do your mama chew tobacco? If your mama should chew tobacco, it's ooka dooka and a soda cracker. Singing green, green, rocky road. Lord, it's a promenading green. Oh, tell me, who do you love? Who do you love? Yeah, I go down to Baltimore. I need no carpet upon my come along, won't you come with me together? We're gonna see the man in Galilee. I'm singing green, green, rocky road. Lord, it's a promenading green. Oh, tell me, who do you love? Who do you love? Green, green, rocky road. Thank you. Thank you very much. So, that's on one of my CDs out there. And it's funny, I went to look up who had the copyright on it, and there's like Arlo Guthrie has a copyright on it, and like a whole bunch of people have copyrights on it. And it was like, it was written before they were born, and sometimes you just like something so much you think you wrote it. I was talking about Pete Buttigieg being... Yeah. Look, he's just about Pete Buttigieg looking like he's young, and it's making me feel how old I am. So I live down in Pennington. So to get here, I drive up 31, 202, 287. Now, that gives you a lot of time to see those lit up signs, you know, the warning signs. And this is a holiday weekend, right? People running out of Easter getting drunk. So I'm driving along, and the first sign I see is Buzz driving is drunk driving. Now, I haven't had a drink in 30 years, so I was like, okay, got that one. Drive a little further, get near Flemington, and there's a sign that says, click it or ticket. I look down, I say, you're not getting me on that one. I got on to 287, and all of a sudden it said, silver alert. And it had a license plate, and I pulled over and I checked, and they didn't have me on that one either. Okay, this is a tune called Dehlia. Now there's a million. Dehlia Green was 14 years old and she was murdered in Savannah, Georgia, in 1900. She was stabbed on Christmas Eve and she was dead by Christmas morning. Launched dozens and dozens of tunes. Dehlia, 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 Dehlia's Blues, Dehlia's Gone. This is one of those, and this is in the style of Blind Willie McTell, who has his own baseball card. This is rookie year. And thank you. And this is in this style of this. And the neat thing about this tune to me is that Dehlia, so Dehlia was but she was a prostitute, and she was 14 years old, and she broke a lot of hearts. And this is sung from the point of view of all the hearts that were broken. Dehlia was a gambling girl. She gambled all around. Lord, she was a gambling girl. She would lay her money down. She was all I had and she's gone. Oh, Delia's dear old mother took a trip out west. Lord, when she returned, little Dehlia had gone to rest. She was all she had and she's gone. Oh, Delia's mama weep, good people in. Delia's daddy moan. It wouldn't have been so bad if that gal had died at home. She was all we had and she's gone. Crying, oh Dehlia, Dehlia, how could it be you loved all the rounders, you never ever really did love me. You were all I had and you're gone. Judgy said to Curtis, what's this noise about? It's all about them rounders, Judge. They're trying to cut me out. She was all they had and she's gone. Yeah. High upon the rooftops, as high as I can see, I'm looking out for those rounders, and they're looking out for me. She was all I had, and she's gone. Oh, Judge, Your Honor, what might be my time? Oh, you killed little Dehlia, boy. You got 99. All I had and she's gone. Crying, Dehlia, 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 how could it be you loved all around us, you never ever really did love me. You're all I had and you're gone. Take your rubber-tired taxis, take your double-seated hack. Took little Dehlia to the graveyard and they failed to bring her back. She was all I had. She was all they had. She was all we had and she's gone. Dehlia. Thank you. Thank you very much. So, Carol's stuff is really good. I mean, you know that because that's why you're here on Good Friday night, risking it all. And I'd like to say I wish I was a songwriter. My songwriting is based on rhymes. Like find a funny word and rhyme it. So songwriters here. I know, Tina, you're a songwriter. Other songwriters, you're a songwriter out there, a bunch of songwriters. So like Bernie, so Jack Hardy. Remember Jack Hardy? Yeah. I know Mike would know Jack Hardy. So Jack Hardy's middle name is Studebaker. I mean, Jack Hardy's dead, but he's got a middle name. Jack Hardy's middle name was Studebaker. And I know that because I went to Lehigh University in the early 1970s, and he was out there at a coffee house before Godfrey Daniels, a place called the Catacombs. and I had to drive him someplace, and I picked him up in my 1959 Studebaker Lark 4 station wagon, two-door wagon, known as Rolling Probable Cause. And he looked at my car and he said, "My middle name is Studebaker." And we became fast friends. Keep me warm on a cold winter's night. Hug me, kiss me, Lordy, hold me tight. Let me tell you what my gal can do. Pour my coffee from a percolator. Slip me a wink and say, "I'll see you later." Oh, let me tell you what my gal can do. Keep me warm on a cold winter's night. Hug me, kiss me, Lordy, hold me tight. Let me tell you what my gal can do. Ease my mind when my head is aching. Drive me home in the morning when the sun is breaking. Oh, let me tell you what my gal can do. Keep me warm on a cold winter's night. Hug me, kiss me, Lordy, hold me tight. Let me tell you what my gal can do. Keep me warm on a cold winter's night. Hug me, kiss me, Lordy, hold me tight. Let me tell you what that gal can do. Yeah, she runs hot like an old Studebaker. You cross the gal once, you need the undertaker. Oh, let me tell you. Keep me warm on a cold winter's night. Hug me, kiss me, Lordy, hold me tight. Let me tell you what the gal can do. Yeah, she pour my coffee from a percolator. Slip me a wink and say, "I'll see you later." Oh, let me tell you what my gal. Oh, let me tell you what my gal. Oh, let me tell you what my gal can do. That's the Percolator Blues. Percolator's a funny word, right? Try to do the Keurig blues or something like that. You can't do that. You can only do it with a percolator. I am an old woman named after my mother. Old man is another child. If dreams was lightning, thunder would desire, this place would have burned down a long time ago. Make me an angel, flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. Just give me one thing I can hold on to. Believe in this living, hard thing to do. When I was a young girl, I had me a cowboy. Weren't much to look at, free rambling man. But that was a long time, and no matter how I tried, yes, keep on flowing like a broken down dam. Make me an angel, flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. Just give me one thing I can hold on to. Believing is living a hard thing to do. There's flies in the kitchen, I can hear them buzzing. And I ain't done nothing since I woke up today. How the hell can a person go to work in the morning, come home in the evening, nothing to say? Make me an angel, flies from coming. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. Just give me one thing I can hold on to. Believing is living, it's a hard way to go. I think you all know that one. Thank you. I love that song. I remember singing that song at the Muhlenberg College Coffee House. And
John Prine was that?
John Prine is that. I remember singing it in the early 1970s at a coffee house at the Muhlenberg College in Allentown. And I said, "Make me an angel." And this person went, "Poof, you're an angel." And it just was like a whole different meaning to this song, and I've never forgotten that. So I wasn't watching the time. I'm going to do 2 more tunes, I think. 1 more tune I'm going to do.
Please.
Yes, please. This is an original tune in the style of Mr. Blind Lemon Jefferson. Mr. Blind Lemon Jefferson, 1927, was the leading recording artist on Vocalion Records. I think it was 1927, and I think it was Vocalion, but stick with me. They gave him a $7,000 contract, which was a big deal back then. African-American guy making money like that. And they gave him a car. Now you think about that for a second. Blind Lemon Jefferson. If you see my easy rider, won't you tell her to please hurry on home? You see my easy rider, won't you tell her to please hurry on home? Ain't had no kind of loving since the easy riding gal been gone. My easy rider told me, honey, I can't stand your sight. My easy rider told me, honey, I just can't stand your sight. That's why she's only reaching for me in the darkest hours of the night. Yeah, yeah, yeah. She's long, she's tall and sassy. She been from town to town. And when that gal, she kinda walks, she sashes every town. She's completely independent, don't need a man to show around. His easy rider left him, the good gals are spreading the news. His easy Easy Rider left him all the good gals are spreading the news. Oh, Papa got a case of the need a new Easy Rider blues. I said, if you see my Easy Rider, won't you tell her to please pick up the phone? Yeah, I said, you see my Easy Rider, won't you tell her please hurry on home? Ain't had no kind of loving since my easy riding gal left home. New Easy Rider Blues. Thank you all for coming out on Good Friday. Don't eat meat. And if you're not members, please sign up. Thank you very much. Thank you.